Yeah, I think I'm live. What's up, guys? Day 23 of Eat the Elephant. Let me see if I can get the link. I've only got like 15 minutes today, so we're going to try to go quick. Um, Hopefully, this is loading quickly. I'll get Discord ready. Okay, we're already here. Day 23. Okay. So, yeah, what I want to focus on today is getting those onboarding things that Brett and I worked on yesterday, at least started. Also, we can start to implement those that terminal text stuff. So yeah, let's jump into here, and here's all of our onboarding stuff. Um, yeah, so let me see. I'll copy this. We've got this pulled up. We do have supporting files and the onboarding flow. We already have something. So yeah, in supporting files, let's add a new um, launch screen. Launch screen.storyboard. It's right here. I'll have it. Let's see, something like this where the background will be, so it would be straight black. There's no label. Instead, we'll Command Shift L, pull up the library and add an image. Place it right in the middle. Right in the middle. Defines the safe area. Maybe let's make it 300 by 300. Add those two constraints and constrain it exactly in the middle of the screen. And then in the assets folder, we do have our app icon. I think that's what it is. So let's try just using that app icon image maybe. So this image is going to be the app icon image. Maybe make it 250 by 250. Might need to remove these constraints. So let's remove these ones. And instead make it 250 by 250. That seems about right. Okay. And now that we added that, we come in here to the info, and there should be like a launch screen, UI launch screen. I can't quite remember, so I'm just going to pull up chat. Say steps to add launch screen to Swift UI. So let's see. Open the source code. Add a new key of that. It's gotta be a string. It's gonna be just launch screen. Okay, and if we pop this open, just save it like that. I don't know. Let's try running it, see what happens. Maybe as well, I'll pull up launch screen, Swift UI. I'll just Google it. 3 steps. 3 steps. 3 steps. It used to be this, but it doesn't really work. Launch image. So they add this file, name it whatever you want. It should look like that. It's the files and assets, printing our launch screen, deleting stuff, centering, configuring, making it look cool. Launch screen interface file base name. Okay, that must be launch screen interface file base name. That's gotta be launch screen. Beautiful. So launch screen is now working. And then, yeah, so launch screen is a go. Right, we got, if I clear the app and reopen it, that's the launch screen. Sick. Okay, next step is starting on this onboarding. I want to have it where in our settings view, so let's see, we got our root task view. Where's our settings? Settings. Sheet, show settings. Okay. So I have another button that says like go to settings. And this is, I wonder if instead of being a group, we could be a navigation stack. Hopefully that doesn't ruin anything. Let's try rerunning it. It's probably going to make it stuff look weird with the spacing. Yeah, see that extra bit of space up here at the top? So now let's say Swift UI get rid of nav bar. Because we're not going to want the nav bar within our spacing. Okay, so let's try that. So let's still put this into a group like it was. So that way both have this toolbar hidden for navbar. Let's rerun that. It should hopefully look pretty good. Sick. Okay. Yeah, it looks exactly how we want it to. Okay, and then in our root task view, tell you what, instead of this being a sheet, let's have this be a menu or context menu. It's going to be more like, take this, go to the geared toolbar button. Instead of this being a button with a label, it's going to be a menu where instead of running code, it's going to have these buttons. Let's see. I don't know if it's a menu or a context menu. Let's do the hacking with Swift one. Context menu. So the context menu is when you're holding it down. So a menu. So menu options. I kind of like the one that has labels better, like this. Yeah. So that should work. or pops open like that. Why is that not working? Get rid of the navigation display mode because we aren't using navigation. Still want that. Still want show screen time. Still want these two toolbar items. Still want this safe area top view. Oh, because this is the button to show settings screen. Oh, so I guess we don't even have this key. We don't even use this. Okay, so let's get rid of this thing. Which means we are going to need to get rid of it up here. And instead, it's part of the safe area top view. So instead of this being a button, it should be the menu. Gear shape, padding, horizontal. Okay, that makes things easier. So Brett looks like he's going to hop on later. Sick. Remove all tasks, show screen time API. And then go to settings. Instead right now is going to go to onboarding. And this is where maybe instead of it being a button, it's navigation link, destination label. The destination is going to be onboarding flow. And label is going to be text. Or no, label. Oh, and I just learned, I guess you can do up here or something, and you can find the SF symbols. Command Shift S. No, I don't know what it is. Apparently, you can pull up SF symbols within here. Um, this will be fun. Okay, and this will take us to the onboarding flow as it is right now, which we have right here. Onboarding welcome screen. Currently have these welcome goal milestones that we want to kind of go through and update. So if I hit this, go to onboarding, welcome to Eat the Elephant. I don't know why it took me out. How do I hide back button? Now let's put this as well. Since everything's going to be in this navigation bar, we're never going to have a back button. I guess I don't know why that still has a back button. Maybe it's in a different, like, maybe on the onboarding flow. Yeah, there's a new navigation stack. So let's add it to here. I don't get why it does that. But anyways, okay, that works. It looks like nice. We can't swipe back, which is good. Kind of like how this is. Okay, so now it's ready to just maybe add this first screen, and then I gotta be done for the day. So ready to stop doom scrolling. I'm not gonna have this Rive yet. Onboarding flow first goes to onboarding welcome screen, which this is going to be onboarding. I'm going to rename it to be actually, so we don't need to get rid of this. Let's create a new screen called onboarding stop doom scrolling screen. And that's going to be a new case of case stop doom scrolling. And maybe for now, let's just pop up this. Ready, stop doom scrolling. No, yes. No, we'll close the app. Yes, will move us on. So I was gonna say what? Sorry. Pop up. So I'm just putting in these so we can pass in functions. So that way, like really the screen, I'm thinking I'm gonna like doing this for the onboarding. I don't know. We could change it up if we need to. But this way the onboarding screen really doesn't do any of the logic. Like we'll have one spot that does all the logic of like moving people around. And this screen instead will just show the view. Okay, so we're not going to show the task. Let's have just this one pop up. Okay, cool. Maybe let's keep dark mode because it's always going to be dark mode. And yeah, it's pinned. Okay, so ready to stop doom scrolling. I do want to try out this terminal text. And I've got this text. Nice. And that's about the right size. Okay. But I do kind of want it to have it starting on the left and moving to the right. So yeah, we got this pinned. Let's open up terminal text, which is something I made. Um, type. One thing that we messed up on is we made our own like model for task, and there's already like a task keyword. So Instead, I'm going to say like anytime we're going to use the task keyword, we're going to say async task instead. This is typing task. This is cursor. I don't like how they're doing nanoseconds, so I'm just going to try await async. I think this is right. I might have gotten the math wrong. Yeah, it's going way too fast. So this is probably milli. What one's next? Micro. Nano. Might just be seconds. There we go. And that's linking at a good speed. Okay, so the idea is like, yeah, we're showing all this. I was thinking about throwing this all into a V stack, maybe. Max width of infinity. Like a geometry reader. So that is putting it. So that's going to be taking up as much space as possible. Maybe I'm going to do this later. For now, let's just keep working on this. Oh, but I did want to have a function that I can pass in. Something like var on text finished typing. So on text finished typing. So if you pass it in, it's a function that like doesn't return anything. So we're just going to call whatever function you can optionally pass in. So right here, we could say like at state private var text finished typing, and then I'll say text through, and this will be in a V stack, the spacer, and if text finished typing, I'm gonna have the two buttons. I think we call it E to E button. This will say no. X mark. This is secondary. And this will say yes. Second mark. And it should be in an H stack. I guess these should both be primary. So some padding on here. We're gonna align it to leading. Or make these hidden while the text has not finished typing. So that way they're always on the screen, they're just being hidden. Okay. Text finished typing. If it has, then it's 1.0, else it's 0. And let's add some spacing to it too. And then we're gonna animate everything. Animation. We're gonna have a default animation whenever text finish typing changes. And then let's see if chat can quickly animate the buttons in from the bottom. Buttons from the bottom. Make sure that the text stays in place. Okay. While that's going, you're able to pass in no pressed, no button pressed, yes button pressed. So whenever the no button's pressed, whenever the no button's pressed, we're gonna open TikTok. And this one is going to continue on to the next screen, which is basically saying onboarding path dot append whatever the next one is, which will be the goal screen. So let's see what chat said. Still waiting. Swift UI open TikTok. Okay, so they also did the offset. Yeah, looks fine. Okay. So when no is hit, you say no button pressed. When yes is tapped, you say yes button pressed. So if we run this should be wired up. So this goes the onboarding welcome screen. But instead, maybe I should go to that screen. Which I don't like how we have to duplicate this. I don't know why it's got so slow. Hit yes. Takes to the next screen. Why is it so slow? You hit no. It's not actually opening up the TikTok. Oh, it's because I don't have TikTok installed. But yeah, something is concerning me about the scrolling being weird. About this thing going all weird. Yeah, the weird thing is I pop this up and it goes fast. As you hit no, and now it should take you to the App Store, which it will on a real device. Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna push this. We're gonna go see a movie, so added launch screen, added something to added first onboarding flow screen, added settings menu to home page. And while we're here, let's try and just look at Apple developer forums. I haven't checked in a while to see if they've replied. One reply. So yeah, it looks like they're using some private APIs in order to launch the app from within. I can't find these, but yeah, so he found another app that also does it. Let's look at Reddit because I messaged that one guy. Let's see. Bummer. Okay, so you can't do it either. So maybe I need to look at some videos on how to figure out how to do private APIs. But anyways, I think that's going to be it for today. Let me make sure that the app is being uploaded to test flight. I gotta get going. Shoot. Okay. Yeah, it should be loading. Okay. Anyways, peace out, guys.